My name is James Conway. I retired as superintendent of the Attica Correctional Facility in New York State after serving 38 years with the New York State Department of Correctional Services. New York State and the Department of Correctional Services are not responsible for you being an inmate. And that means you put yourself here. Don't blame the department, don't blame the staff, don't blame the judge, don't blame society. It was your actions that put yourself here.
What happens when the former warden of Attica State Prison in New York visits a modern prison in Norway?
I'm wondering if there's an inventory of these. Is there a count of these? How many are here?
It should be, and yeah, at least every time you leave the block, you will go through the metal detector. So.
Surprised to see metal silverware in a high security end facility. It's a very well equipped kitchen environment.
Don't have to bake them in a cake. I'm having a hard time believing that I'm in a prison. I know there's a lot of different education and vocational programmings that are available for inmates to prepare them for work on the outside, but I must say I've never seen anything like this. It's maybe a little over the top.
Carlo comes from Sicily, Italy, where the family always comes first. In Sweden, Carlo witnessed a cremation without any relatives of the deceased present. How does this make Carlo feel?
No way. I've never seen something like that. It always happens. There's always a ceremony and they all go to the church. I personally wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my father, and I wouldn't like my son to do that to me in years.
In Sicily, your neighbors are part of your family. In the Nordics, that doesn't seem to be the case.
What do you know about your neighbors?
I know that one of my neighbors is foreign. That's all I know, I guess.
Very little.
I'm afraid I don't know too much. You just say hi if you see each other next to the garbage can. But
maybe they're not my friends.
Would you like to have them as friends?
No, not really.
In Copenhagen, Pastor Martin McLean from Douglasville, Georgia, met a fellow priest. They shared the faith in God, but that was about all they had in common.
So it was the parliament, the government said, you must perform same-sex marriages in the church.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow. Wow. Homosexuality, there's no debate in Scripture. I mean, you take all the way from Sodom and Gomorrah all the way to Romans chapter 1. God's pretty explicit that homosexuality is wrong. And when you see somebody that is in the ministry, not only saying it's okay, but also blessing same-sex unions, then to me it's like you have misrepresented the faith.
In this series, we take a look at the Nordic welfare model, which has received a lot of praise during recent years. But is it all good? What are the flaws? Where are the problems? We examine topics like the penal system, equality and tolerance, religion and spirituality, family values, law and order, and social security, always from an outsider's point of view.